because it is entered into our anthems, our folklore, our mythologies, our prose, our poems, and for thousands of years, not just in Britain, but across Europe and beyond. The nightingale is such a potent creature for being the absolute spokesperson for our hearts, and a bird that we have projected our emotions and our beliefs and our pains and our sorrows and our love and our adoration on. And for many good reasons. The nightingale is a bird that only sings at night, as well as the day. But importantly, the song that we have celebrated is the night song. It's a song sung by the male birds to call down the females as they migrate over the country. And it's a bird that uses the power of silence so artfully. Like all the best musicians and sculptors, the nightingale is the decorator of silence. And that's something that I want to bring in as paramount to this evening. This is a celebration, but it's also about silence. It's about the song that we have lost, the voices that we have lost, that have gone silent, that haven't survived. And the nightingale is one of them. It is a bird that is in massive decline in this country, 95% decline. We are down to only 5,500 pairs across the southeast of England, from once being a ubiquitous bird. There are now more parakeets in this country, as you will be hearing, than there are nightingales. And the expectation of climate warming was that that would be encouraging of nightingales, but that is not the case. They are set to be extinct in this country in the next 30 years. Another singer gone, another of the greats. And many other birds as well. The turtle dove set to be extinct in the next 25 years. Britain has, statistically, one of the worst rates of species decline in the whole of Europe. We have one of the worst states of environmental care in this country than anywhere else in the world. It is happening on our doorstep, under our watch, worse than anywhere else. Yet we are also a country that claim our devotion to nature as being part of who we are, more than many other countries in Europe. So there's a massive disconnect, and that is where Extinction Rebellion has come in so vocally to actually say, this cannot happen on our watch. And how do we do that? We do that, as XR have done, by taking over spaces and showing the importance, showing our solidarity with those species that haven't got a voice. But we also do it, most importantly, by falling back in love with those species. And nature is there for us to appreciate. And it's about us having the courage to go out and be romantic with nature, to have a love affair with it, in ways that we used to once upon a time, that our forefathers and mothers may once have done. And that is what's so important. For us to understand nature, we have to first be in love with it. And only when we understand it do we know how we can protect it and give it a voice, give nature its space to do what it does best. I want to read something out from you, a message that I received today from somebody who couldn't be here because she is in Berlin doing research on the nightingales in the Tiergarten. And her name is Sarah Darwin. Sarah is the great-granddaughter of Charles Darwin and is doing amazing work at looking at how nightingales flourish in Berlin. They live across the city and they sing from the lampposts and the traffic lights all night long. They drive the Berliners mad. And she has sent this message. Hi Sam and everyone in Berkeley Square. Sarah Darwin here. I'm in Berlin at the moment and I'm sorry that I can't be with you tonight. Congratulations to everyone for being part of such an amazing initiative. You all must really care about nature and especially the nightingale. It's really heartwarming. Here in Berlin, we have around 1,500 breeding pairs of nightingales whom arrive every spring, and this should give us all enormous hope that if land management were changed in the UK, perhaps the nightingale numbers would recover and we would be able to hear nightingales in the UK cities and countryside once again. Have a brilliant evening. Thank you, Sarah.